drinking my morning coffee. That's nighttime. And big boy. Big boy. Big boy. Hi. Is she in your spot? You doing the best you can there? Good morning, everyone. Stripe and Marty have definitely said, no, Mom. We're not sleeping inside anymore now that it's summer. We want to be outside at night again till it's cold. Come on up, Morris. Good boy. So I didn't have him in last night. There you guys go. There you go. Good morning, Morris. Here, Tux. Hey, bud. Good morning. You'll get in there. You'll get in there. I love how you just calmly wait on me. You're such a good boy. You know, I had that thing on medium where it was last year, and it just was barely coming out, and I was like, I gotta have more water coming out. So I adjusted it, and it was perfect. And then as the afternoon went on, it got too tall. And it's just supposed to cause me a little grief, right? You gonna eat anything, Stripey? You coming, Mart? Get a little bit more. Yeah, okay. Well, there's a hint of cool this morning. It's supposed to be in the 70s today, low 80s. They reduced the rain chance for today. I'm headed shopping with Michelle. Can't wait. And the owl was in her box doorway for a long time last night, like an hour, 90 minutes, a long time. She was just hanging out there. I won't be able to put all that footage, but anyway, that was kind of cool. Hello, Fuquay. Forecast definitely said starting off cloudy and I think clearing up as the day goes on. Looks like Sunday and Monday are going to be mid-70s and sunny and gorgeous. I had to go clean spiders out of the bird feeder again. Wish I'd get some birds. Still haven't seen a bird on it. Good morning, Gray. Hi. Hi, sweet pea. Here you go. There you go. Hi. Come here. Hi. Here's Mama. Let me try to get you to come up a little bit because it's, there you go, because it's easier on my back. I can stay standing, not leaning down. There you go. Good morning, baby girl. Good morning. Let Dawn make the left turn here at the stop sign. I just wanted to show you Jules is up to 34,114 miles. So close to 35,000. We got 2025.14.1 something. I believe this is the spring update. I was just reading about it. So it lets you say avoid highways now. You know, we've always had avoid tolls and avoid ferries, but we can avoid highways now. So basically, Dawn had wanted for a while the scenic route option. We're in the Tesla. We're not paying for gas, and we aren't in a rush to get anywhere. We just want to drive around and have a good time. So we like that option, I think. Yeah. Some of our friends are going to like that option too. Yeah, we're here at South Park to try to get in a 30-minute walk really fast. I do tend to walk faster when I only have a short amount of time to walk, even though if it's like basically walking the same amount. So a couple of other key points that we got, because it's the release notes are actually pretty good. The avoid highways, which I mentioned, save trunk height based on location, alternative trip plans, so you can choose fastest, fewer stops, or best amenities now. So that'll be interesting. You know, Dawn and I like, I guess probably, I don't know. Dawn and I like the one that we're stopped for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We don't want to stay stopped for, so I wonder if any of these is actually that. Maybe fastest, I don't know. But we still want favorites. We still want favorite chargers on our predictable route.
Right.
And so that's not here yet, but maybe sometime. Safe trunk height based on location. And I had said to Dawn that unless that's good enough, the GPS within 10 feet, like in the garage and out of the garage on our parking pad, that's not helpful to us. But I get it. If you drive to your parents' house or your kid's house or something and there's different garages, and at different garages at different houses, that would probably be a good thing, but it may not help us. Keep accessory power on we now have, which that'll be good. And there are a bunch of minor updates, and a lot of them have to do with music and stuff, which we don't care about so much. But contact phone photos are now going to show up. And the car can now automatically switch over to another Wi-Fi, a hotspot that's not. So I think what this is saying is act like your phone will have like 4 or 5 known Wi-Fis. Like I have several at home. I have the one at Whole Foods and a couple more. And when I'm near them, it automatically switches over. I think that's what they're saying the car will do. Now, most of us just have our garage. And if we want it on something else, like I think our friend Adam, when he switches over to Starlink, when he's traveling around, he probably has been doing that manually. Hopefully this will just now go, oh, I've got Starlink. I'll just go work on it without him having to go through the screen. I'll ask and find out for sure. There's Jules, and we've got a white Model 3 here today also. Boy, it's feeling pretty nice out here right now.
Yeah, it's nice.
Where was this yesterday when I was working out in the yard? You know, I was not happy I had to put on bug spray, which for us here, that's mostly a combination of high humidity and temperature, but mostly the high humidity in the summertime seems to really excite the mosquitoes. That, and they, you know, our yard's got a lot of shade, so if you're out in the bright sunshine, they might not bother you too bad, but if you're in the shade, that's not a good thing. And part of the time yesterday, I was clearly in the more shady part of the yard, which you would think would be a good thing, but not necessarily. I don't usually see Dawn this smiling. You found you a whole dollar bill, baby.
Folding money, that's what I like. None of that rattling stuff.
You got paid for picking up the trash today. Well, if you don't like fire ants and bees, this is not the place to be. And Don says I kicked a fire ant mound. I honestly didn't see it. He says that's the second time I've kicked it now. Oh, I'll be upset if I get bit on my foot, and right before shopping, Don would want to deal with me. Well, it's just so hard on me. It makes me miserable. So let's avoid that. I'll try to pay more attention. I wasn't on my phone or anything. I just was probably looking at the next piece of trash to pick up. My tree.
It's blowing up. Look at all those balloons.
Yep, I'm going to need to come sit in Ruby with the AC on and my big lens and try to shoot some hummingbirds. They love that thing. They do. They love that thing. So, yeah, but you know, everybody's got to sit in their car with the air conditioning. Yeah. Yeah, Dawn walked right underneath the owl while she was in the box last night. Not on purpose. Because I looked at the ring footage. I'm like, what were you doing near the box? Don't you see the owls up there? You really can't see her very good. Nope. It's all blurry. That ring camera, the resolution on it, that's just been a dud. Yeah. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, Adam did answer me about the Starlink and the hotspot or whatever, and he said it's already was automatically switching for him with however he has it set up between home and Starlink stuff. So the hotspot thing seemed less like a new thing for him. So, but anyway, you ought to find it's easier to switch, and it's easier, I guess, if you don't have premium connectivity to get connected while you're in the car. Premium connectivity to me seems super cheap, so just have it. Of course, Ruby has it for free, but we pay for it in Jules. There's utility work going on at Academy Street and Main Street here, the stoplight behind me. There are flaggers and the lights out. So this is a reminder to myself that I should come home the other way and not this way, unless I'd like to wait, because there is a wait. I didn't wait more than 5 minutes, but that's at 10:30 in the morning. As the day goes on, I'm sure it'll be. I remember them announcing it on one of the pages now, and it just didn't register with me. Oh, that means when you go to Guardian Angel, you shouldn't go that way. It just didn't quite sync. Like I said, it wasn't a bad wait, but I think I would choose not to wait on the way home. So I realized when I edited yesterday's video that I did not ever comment on anything that had to do with the earnings call after we actually listened. I talked about, the day before, I talked about being excited about it, but then I didn't talk about any more about what we thought or whatever. And we did listen to Rob Maurer's analysis of the earnings report, and then we did listen to the actual earnings call where Elon and some of the others were talking. And obviously we'd like the numbers to be better. We were pretty much in alignment with Rob Maurer's take, which is never extremist. It was neither nothing to be ignored nor something to get all bent out of shape about. It just it is what it is, and it has ramifications. And I saw the letter that these state attorneys sent to the chairperson of the board, the Tesla board, about, their concern about Elon's fiduciary responsibility. And I'm trying not to get too political here, but certainly there were some people, they were all Democrats. That's just a fact. There was quite a few people that were getting on the Democratic side, Tim Walz in particular, that were very excited about Tesla and Tesla stock not doing well, was making his day. And then, people let us know that, his pension fund for his state has Tesla stock in it. Anyway, it's going to be fine, people. It's just going to be fine. If you can't stomach the volatility, don't be in the market, or go with the stock that's less volatile, or something, I guess. Nobody bothers me more now than Ross Gerber and his comments about anything to do with Tesla, and I just want him to go away, and I never want it. Or Fred Lambert. Those two, I'd put them with Electric. I'd put them right up there. I don't mind hearing criticisms, but when you're doing it for sport and you act like you know more than you do, and that you're arrogant, that you're right and nobody else could possibly be right, then that's sort of where I draw the line. We can talk about criticisms. Although, like I said in the past, I hesitate sometimes to make critical remarks because they get blown out of shape. They get misconstrued. It's not really an open discussion with reasonable people. It turns into something else, so I hesitate. But anyway, I think we're still long on Tesla, and I think Tesla is still going to a good place. And I think all of the retooling of all of the factories was a major accomplishment, and that the new Model Y is quite popular, and that obviously people weren't ordering Model Ys when they knew the new one was coming out, because some of them at least were waiting. And so all that transition time obviously impacted things. The tariff stuff, which is not Elon's fault, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Don and I have listened to so much stuff about the tariffs, and I think the verdict is still out on it, to be honest. I obviously there's some things that short term might not be great, but long term, is it worth the pain? Maybe it is. I don't know. Time will tell. The thing of it is that whatever the current administration is, they get to try to handle things the way they want, and I'm willing to let them have their turn at trying it. Seems, yeah, I guess I'm getting very political here, but you can't really talk about the Tesla earnings stuff without. So, and I obviously think that the potential for Optimus is huge. And I obviously think that the robo-taxi stuff is huge. So, for those that only think Tesla is valued at how many cars they sell a quarter, They can certainly misconstrue the numbers and say Tesla is in trouble and take that where they want it. And those that have their eyes open and realize all of the businesses that Tesla's in, and that it's a lot more than just a car company, then they realize the full value potential of the stock. So there, I didn't want to just not comment on it at all, because you know we do try to cover Tesla stuff on the channel, and I don't want to do a exhaustive, you know, political mix up about it either. So hopefully I hit somewhere in the middle with a few thoughts, and we'll just, you know, hope for good numbers next quarter. I guess that whole company update thing had people again thinking they might announce a lower price car at the earnings call, and they've never made announcements at the earnings call. So I know some were hoping Elon would step down. Thank God he didn't do that. For me, Tesla without Elon is not the same as Tesla today. So I certainly would not support that in any way. I just wouldn't care as much anymore. I just feel sure I wouldn't care as much. And that's just, you know, my personal thing. And I don't think Don would care as much either. So I don't know. We'll just acknowledge it and move forward. I think we have great plans. I think we have great products. I think we're going to continue to do well. As a retail investor, I'm not distressed in any way by the first quarter numbers. I did have an interesting chat with Grok about it, because I listened to Rob Maurer stuff and I sort of heard Elon in the background, but I was, you know, cooking. I was responsible for doing stuff while it was happening, and I wasn't totally 100%. Well, I rarely focus 100% on anything ever, even when I have time, but I wasn't in front of the TV. So, I was just listening, but I had an interesting talk with Grok about it. And philosophically, you know, you can have a conversation with Grok and he has no emotions, so he won't get mad at you. He'll just, you know, he told me a couple of things that were mainstream media things, and I was like, well, I'm a retail investor and I don't feel that way. And then he redid his stuff and kind of, well, I can see your point, and it's kind of neat to see what he'll say sometimes. But I don't let him get away with anything. If he tells me party line stuff, I've told him multiple times that, you know, I'm not just interested in party line stuff, or don't pull your stuff from just a couple of loud people on the media. I want more substance to it than just a headline, because there's a lot of people with a lot of motivation to make negative headlines. So, and I'm not interested in that. I want to know possibilities, but I'm not interested in loud negative headlines for the sake of loud negative headlines. Okay, I'm going to put all of this Tesla numbers stuff behind me now, and I'm going to go inside and shop. Michelle ought to be here anyway. What I found, a North Carolina mini flag, $4 new evergreen brand. Loving it, loving it. And well, Michelle might have a little friend in the cart down here. You think, girlie? You got you a friend today?
Yep, Ariel's gonna have them. Here, Ann. Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all. Almost decided to bring this pot home with me, but yeah, it's not quite big enough. It's a little too much money, and it's not blue. So if it was cobalt blue, though, it would have definitely gone home with me. We're over here checking out the dishes.
You never know what you're gonna find.
That's right. This is how we handle Michelle's kids now, and really Johnny and Sam too. We take a picture of it and we ask them if they like it or not, and then they say yay or nay, and then, you know, they're so busy at school that they can't answer her. Kidding. Not true. No. So what's with this purse today? Let me see.
Oh, this is just for the snake.
Okay.
I love, you know.
Yeah, the roses and stuff. Okay, cool. Oh, and matching too. Yes. Well, then of course it had to be, right? It just, it had to be.
I didn't switch over my clothes to summer yet, so I have like one pair of shorts that's in the wash, and I have nothing to wear.
Yeah, I need to switch me and Dawn, and that hasn't happened yet. I've got so much to do. I still haven't put Easter away, but I'm like, we're going to bring home half of Johnny's or 2/3 of Johnny's stuff this weekend, and I'm like, Easter's not coming down until I'm done outside and I'm done with moving Johnny, because you know who even knows inside what it looks like. I probably should take down the 2 inflatables and the outdoor flags. I might do that tomorrow. But I'm not worried about the inside until after this weekend.
Right.
Yep.
No one's gonna care on the, no one's gonna see it. So you're right.
Yep, exactly.
And you enjoy it.
Exactly. And I got to print some butterflies before I swap my tree over for the next summer theme is going to be butterfly themes. Brand new for $5 and it's a Toland, but I don't, it's a little too Americana styled for me, I guess. It's too bad. And there was another lighthouse thing down here, but it's Virginia, not North Carolina. Bummer. Passing on the Legos.
Second one today.
Yeah, just not quite right. So I have to dress up tomorrow. I have a red dress and some black shoes that didn't kill my feet. So we're going to try those. We're going to try them. It's been a good day, but we need more good finds. More good finds would be good, but we're about done. Well, am I going to get you in trouble?
Because they'll be like, Mom, another stuffed animal.
It was my fault. I found the noodle man.
But you know what?
Isn't that Elon's dog?
He has corgis?
Maybe it's not a corgi. You'll have to go Google it. Or, grok it. Grok it.
He's so cute.
He doesn't have a corgi, but his dog is similar, white and brown, and one of them is. He's got 3.
See, I don't know dogs, so I'm just assuming it's a corgi.
Sure. I'll send you a picture. I'll grok it and well, I can't grok it because grok doesn't do image returns well. They need to beef up the image part, but we had a good time. It was hard to film. The music was really good and really loud. So, and a lot of
70s.
very copyright music oriented stuff that would have got me in trouble. So, yes. But I had people tell me, you must be in a good mood today because I was singing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Michelle's used to me. Yeah.
I should carry a cup and have people donate,
Very funny. Thank you, girl. Very funny. I love you too. She sings with me if Phil Collins comes on.
I love Phil Collins.
Then she sings. So they're fixing to do something with sidewalks up here, complete some sidewalk work. So I came around so I would avoid the flagger and the stop traffic on Main Street, and now I've got a flagger and stop traffic on Judd Parkway. You just can't win in Fuquay. But yes, they're putting in some new, I think Don said it was sewer pipe up here on the right, and that probably has something to do with this sidewalk project they're fixing to embark upon. But I don't know. I see sidewalks here, so I don't know. Maybe the sidewalks aren't good enough. I guess maybe over here there's some tree root problems that could stand to be fixed. But, Judd Parkway is the loop that goes around all of Fuquay. And the other side of town, the new section is 4 lanes. And I'm sure we could use 4 lanes on this side of town. So if we're going to dig up and do all the sidewalks, can we not make it 4 lanes while we're at it? If we're gonna make people have to wait in traffic, I don't know. This won't be a long wait either. It's just that I thought I saved myself from construction traffic coming home, and all I did was put myself in different construction traffic. I could have come through the middle of town. That's what I should have done. Right out of Guardian Angel and left out of Guardian Angel, left down the 1st street and come through the scenic part of town. That's what I should have done. Do you have my clothes? Do you have my clothes? Are those clothes attacking you, or are you attacking the clothes? Hi. They haven't gone through the wash yet. This is my stuff from Guardian Angel, and she's just all amused with the clothes. She goes, whatever they smell like, Mom, good, bad, or otherwise, I like them. I like them. Don't prick my dress, though. These aren't all cotton clothes. They're not all cotton clothes. The shoes are Clark's, and they're so new that the tag on the bottom side of them is not even worn off. And they didn't hurt my feet, which is the most important thing.
Hey, JB, we got you a new lawnmower. So JB brought these batteries up from Florida, the 40-volt Ryobi. We stuck it in the lawnmower, and fiddled with it, and lo and behold, it's working. Isn't that sweet? Success. So you think Miss Susie's gonna like that electric lawnmower? Yeah, that's right.
I got 2 more fountains online, this one and this one. And the nice thing is about them is it's got a little bit of light from the walkway on this side of the boardwalk. We don't normally come that way at night. It makes good use for $5 for what I paid at Thriftronics for it, of the nice piece of pottery in both cases. So with no conversions or fuss or muss, just setting that up there. Probably if I see another one, I'm going to get it. Of course I am, right?
That's right. Makes my girl happy. She likes fountains.
I do. I got 2 more to fuss with. The table down there by JB's truck, and the blue stand over here behind Marty's wicker chair.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, 2 more.